the floor now to Mr. Syed Monjurul Islam, Secretary of the Ministry of Health and Family Planning of Bangladesh. You have the floor.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Honorable Ministers, Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, very good morning to you all. Madam Chair, first of all, I'd like to thank the President of the General Assembly for convening this high-level meeting on HIV/AIDS at this critical juncture. HIV and AIDS continue to constitute a global emergency, pose one of the most formidable challenges to the development, progress and stability of our respective societies and the world at large. Therefore, effective HIV and AIDS responses are critical to the achievement of the 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development. Madam Chair, we have made decent achievement in fulfilling the HIV and AIDS target of Millennium Development Goal 6, but urgent efforts are needed to complete the unfinished business of MDGs. We note with deep concern that HIV epidemic remains a paramount health, development, human rights, and social challenges, inflicting immense suffering on countries, communities, and families throughout the world. Madam Chair, we are assembled in the United Nations to reaffirm our commitment to end AIDS epidemic by 2030 as our legacy to present and future generations. To accelerate and scale up fight against HIV and end AIDS to reach this target, and to seize the new opportunities provided by the 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development. The political declaration should have acknowledged the social, cultural, religious norms and values of all member states as well as their legal framework. However, we acknowledge the UN General Assembly's political declaration for 2016 on HIV/AIDS. Madam Chair, Bangladesh is a low prevalence country for HIV. Less than 1% people are affected by HIV. We have concentrated epidemic among the people who inject drugs in the capital city Dhaka. Infections rate are among all other vulnerability and key population group also remain very low. Though there are multiple vulnerability factors which could contribute to the rapid spread of epidemic, despite very high vulnerability posing from neighboring countries and migrant workers, Bangladesh has managed to keep HIV from gaining grounds for more than 2 decades through evidence-based implementation of prevention, care, support, and treatment interventions. Madam Chair, this is happened due to proactive measures, including bold political leadership by our Honorable Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina. Taking inspiration from our constitution that stipulates the government to ensure health services for all citizens, Bangladesh has been successful in improving the health condition of our citizens as well as achieving the most of the MDG goals, including health-related goals and containing the prevalence of HIV/AIDS at the minimum level of the country. Adequate domestic resource allocation by the government, strong partnership with development partners, and early programmatic targeted interventions by all relevant actors have contributed in achieving success in reducing the prevalence of HIV/AIDS in Bangladesh. Madam Chair, while Bangladesh government has allocated substantial domestic resources to address HIV-related prevention, care, and support needs, Bangladesh thinks end HIV/AIDS is a collective global responsibility, and development partners need to continue to work with Bangladesh to address the vulnerability of HIV infection in Bangladesh. The government of Bangladesh is committed to continue effective HIV prevention, care, and support services needs for all key and vulnerable populations. This year, Bangladesh government co-hosted the 12th International Congress on AIDS in Asia Pacific, which reviewed the HIV prevention, care, and support needs of Asia Pacific region and reminded the country and stakeholders in the region on the need to continue the political commitment and investment in HIV responses. Our community-led and evidence-based HIV prevention program has also set a good example in the region. Building on our achievement in limiting the spread of HIV, we need to focus further on strengthening the health system to address the country's unique epidemic pattern. Madam Chair, we need to scale up detection through mixed model of community-based and provider initiative, HIV testing and service integration, ensure universal access to antiretroviral therapy, integrate prevention services with existing infrastructure to address co-infection, and ensure special needs of antenatal mothers, adolescents, girls, and young people, migrants, and other vulnerable populations. Ensure sufficient supply of ARV drugs and protecting the ARV drug manufacturing rights of Bangladesh under WTO TRIPS, and creating and sustaining a positive social and medico-legal environment. As a part of our overall commitment to sustainable development goal, the government of Bangladesh remains committed to end AIDS in Bangladesh by 2030. I thank you all for your attention. Thank you.
I thank the distinguished delegate of Bangladesh, and I give the floor